Hi everyone, my name is Rohin.
And my name is Marielle, and we're Music Box.
Today we're going to be learning about the guitar.
When you think of the guitar, do you think of this instrument or this instrument?
The first guitar you saw is called the acoustic guitar. It can sound like this. The body of the acoustic guitar is made out of wood. It has strings that are made out of either nylon or steel. The inside of the guitar is hollow, which means there's nothing inside. When you strum the string of the guitar, it vibrates, and the vibration is what makes the sound that you hear.
That's really neat. Let's listen to another example of the acoustic guitar.
Now let's look at the electric guitar. Here's what the electric guitar sounds like.
That is a very different sound from the acoustic guitar. I wonder why that is.
That's because instead of like the acoustic guitar where you strum the strings, the electric guitar has little speakers on it called amplifiers, and the amplifiers are what make the sound.
Despite the electric guitar and the acoustic guitar looking and sounding very different, they have a lot of similarities. Can you think of what they are?
Well, I noticed that they both have 6 strings. That's because even though they sound different, they're still played very similarly.
I noticed that they both have tuning pegs. To use the tuning pegs, you turn them. This makes the string either tighter or looser, depending on which way you turn it. Depending on how tight the string is, it will vibrate at a different speed and make a different sound.
All of the guitar strings are tuned differently, so each string makes a different sound.
Even though the acoustic guitar and the electric guitar are very different, they still have a lot of similarities.
We use the electric guitar and the acoustic guitar a lot in the music that we listen to every day. I wonder where the guitar came from.
The guitar comes from an instrument called the lute. The lute was a common instrument in the 15th century. Here's what it looks like. As you can see, there are a lot of similarities between the lute and the guitar. What similarities do you notice?
I noticed that they're both made of wood. They both also have tuning pegs and strings. Do you notice any differences?
I noticed that the lute has a lot more strings than the guitar. Guitars only have 6 strings, but lutes can have up to 20 or 30 strings. That's a lot. I also noticed that the body of the guitar is a different shape. The lute has a tear-like shape, but the guitar has an hourglass-like shape.
Over hundreds of years, the lute eventually evolved or developed into the guitar. The lute is like the guitar's great-great-great-grandparent.
Now that we learned about the different types of guitars, let's play a guessing game. Guess whether the guitar that is being played in the song is an acoustic guitar or an electric guitar.
That was an acoustic guitar. That means it amplifies the sound using its hollow body and the vibration of the strings, instead of an amplifier. Here's another song. What kind of guitar do you think was playing in that song?
That was an electric guitar. That means that the guitar uses an amplifier to make it sound.
Great job! Today, we learned about the acoustic and the electric guitars. We learned about their similarities and differences, and then we learned about the history of the guitar and how it evolved from the lute.
Once again, I'm Marielle.
And I'm Rohin, and we're Music Box. See you next time.
Before we say goodbye, we want to take a moment to recognize that we are all joining today from the traditional territories of many Indigenous nations across Canada. Indigenous people are the first people to have ever lived on the land. We respect the history, languages, and cultures of the First Nations, Métis, Inuit, and all Indigenous peoples of Canada, and are grateful to come together to play and learn on their lands.